to Disneyland, and he took all 22 of us to every park you could think of and rode with all the grandkids. Despite him being sick and weak and tired, he went long hours in every single amusement park you can think of in California. Every day. No complaints. And he did that for us. He did that for his children. And he did that for his 11 grandchildren. Gonna be 12. And we didn't think about all of these things that Dad did. We didn't think about all of these things that Dad had planned, or his purpose or goal in his life for us. We didn't think about that until his body was rolled out this morning at 2:30 to go to the morgue. Then the four of us, myself, I'm the eldest, Raymond Jr., Raymond, Manalani Ho, and Ransom Ray. The four of us had a revelation. And the revelation was that my dad planned his life from beginning to end. He planned to have me as a child in school. And with a rough childhood, not rough, he had siblings. He had my grandma that loved him so much. But you know, he didn't have the childhood that he gave us. So a rough childhood, you know, from scraps, and you know, fending for himself as a child, helping to raise his younger brothers and sisters. He had goals for our family. We had a revelation this morning, 2:32 a.m. when my dad rode out of our house that he bought for us in 1995 when I was a freshman. He finally was able to buy his own house. A house that he filled with roses for my mom because it was their 12th anniversary. He was that kind of husband. And I remember, because I was old enough, we walked into white carpets and he gave my mom the keys, and my mom walked in and there's red roses all over the place, because that's the kind of thing my dad did for her. He loved my mom. But at 2:32 a.m. this morning, we had a revelation. And that revelation was that my dad planned his celebration of life today on Easter. Easter is my mom's favorite holiday. It's not Thanksgiving. I like Thanksgiving because I like to eat. I grew up loving my grandma Essie's turkey, and I miss that. I tried to make it one year and it didn't come out the same, so I stopped making it. My husband makes the turkey. He's the bomb. But we had that revelation. Keeping in mind that he made my sister an invitation for this particular day. She made an invitation for a picnic that he asked to put his picture on. He was sick, stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I'm a nurse and I've taken care of many patients with that poison in their body. So I knew the road that my dad was taking. I knew. But we were his rock and we stayed strong for him since January 2018 when we found out he had pancreatic cancer. It was his rock. But the revelation was he planned this day for all of us. And I probably can name 50% of the people here. But we came at 6 o'clock and we had this beautiful tent already saved because my dad told my brother what he wanted for this day. My brother Ray Jr. And I think Brian knew it was going to be bigger than we thought. It wasn't going to be a little picnic that people could fit under a 20 by 20 tent. So he set this up for all of us. He set this up for Dad. And the first thing Dad said is, no need that tent. And we're like, Dad, I think there's gonna be a lot of people at this picnic. It looks like it sounds like it's gonna be a concert after he sends us the menu, right? Like this whole laundry list of stuff. So we came at 6 o'clock and there was toilets coming. There's hundreds of pounds of ice coming. We had Auntie Tracy here to set up all this food. People walking in with food that I don't even know their name or their face. And I'm 38 years old, so I rode in with my dad for a long time by his side. I've met a lot of people and a lot of families, and I don't know half of them that said hi to me. And they probably said hi not because they know my name or they know my face, just because I'm wearing this shirt. But they knew this party was for Ray. And they asked them, was it just a picnic? They said, is this Ray's party? And I'm like, I guess so, you know. So today we're gonna celebrate my dad. We're gonna celebrate his life. He was 54 years old. And in 54 years, I think he did a lot. Maybe more than a lot of us older than him. He had pancreatic cancer for 18 months. 2 times we consulted with the doctors and they said maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe that's it. So our family prayed for time. How can we buy time for our dad? We're not the richest people. We work hard for what we have. We're grateful for what we have, and he taught us that. We want something, we gotta work hard. Ain't gonna come on a silver platter. 18 years old, he's charging me rent. Like, what the shit? I don't even have a good job. I was making $5.25 an hour. Fricker was charging me rent. Right, Mom? But it was lessons to learn on how to balance my money even though I didn't have money. I asked my boyfriend for money, Tama. That's my husband now though, but I'm like, you gotta pay the rent. I don't have money. But that's the kind of guy he was. He taught all 4 of us to work hard. My dad was a hard worker. There's pictures over there of his painting shop. These 2 younger kids don't know nothing about that place. They were little. But me and Bra did a lot. Bra had to wash cards at a very young age. Bra learned how to work at a very young age. He learned how to bust his ass. We didn't get allowance in high school. We went to do people routes. Dad taught Bra that. So I came today and I realized it was a celebration in life, and I told my sister, now I gotta plan a program. Because what's the program? Nobody knows. Dad planned everything. He planned out the food. I don't know what to expect. Do we have enough food? Mama bought tongs and utensils because she's like, do we have serving utensils? I told my brother, bring toilet paper. Did Dad remember to bring toilet paper? I don't know. You know? But everything was already here. We just brought extras. He planned it to the science. So everybody that's here today, thank you for coming. You guys are Ohana because my dad loved you. My dad loved every single person he touched. From the poorest person, the homeless on the road, to the richest man, millionaires, billionaires. I sat with him at meetings with billionaires. But the one lesson we learned from him is that money does nothing for you if you don't have the love of your family. If you don't have the support of your family, your money and your business will go nowhere. That's what he taught us. That's the kind of man he was. During his last 5 days from Monday, I stayed with him every day because I could see some decline. Never told these 4 because that's not what nurses do. But I also was a daughter and had personal conversations with him while he was sick. And I just wanted to share his one message. to every single person. He may have told you over the phone because for the whole week he gave lectures to people all day long. Whether you came to the house, hundreds of people came in and out the house all day. Whether you came to the house or you talked to him, I know he told you one life lesson at least. He had to have, because that was the kind of man he was. Whether he was yelling at you, swearing at you, scolding you, he was telling you a life lesson. So if you get anything out of my dad, I remember him. Remember his words. And that's what I was sharing with my brothers and sisters and my mom last night. Some of the words my dad shared with me. And now I consider that his dying bed. Some of the things he said. And the one thing I wanted to share on our Ohana is forgiveness. My dad left with a clean heart. And he told all of us that we need to forgive and have a clean heart in order to be happy in life. And people wonder why he's so happy, but he's so busy, he don't sleep, blah, 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 blah. But it's because he had a clean heart. He's able to forgive people who cheat, lie, steal, whatever, offend him in any way. He talked with no filter. He could be a freaking ass swearing at you on the phone, but you still love him. That's the kind of man he was. And I respect that kind of honesty. That's how we learn. Yeah. My pregnant sister-in-law, tell her off. You're not supposed to eat that kind of stuff. What the frick are you eating sour, spicy stuff for? You better listen to the, take care of the baby. Like she had one chip, for real. But it's all out of love, and she knows that. And she fight back with him, but it's out of love. That's the kind of man my dad was. He was so loving. If we had speed dial on our phone, that would be all of our numbers that we call first. If we needed help, he made things happen. And that's how we grew up. You want something, you go get it. Don't tell that person to help you make it happen. Make it happen. You need somebody by your side, you better look to the left. All these people, that's who's going to support you at the end of the day unconditionally. And that's how we grew up. Yeah. So I wanted to take this time to just tell you that my dad's not going to have funeral service. He's going to get cremated because his only wish was to be with my mom. So you visit my dad's ashes, you go see my mom. She's gonna hold on to it. And the day she passes away, she's gonna get cremated and go into that same urn. And then I will call all you guys to come and scatter them together. Because that's where they belong. His love for my mom was fucking unbelievable. He used to send me and Tama to the hotel and scatter flowers all over for me freaking romantic. And, like, really get 4 kids already. We don't like no more kids. Like, that's enough. And I'm the oldest. I don't want to take care of no other kids. Yeah, Tama? You had to do all his romantic work. Pick up names and all that shit. He loved my mom. And he shared that. He shared that mom saved him as a young boy. And he could have taken many other routes. He could have been steered in many other ways, but mom saved him. And then they had me, so you know what happens after that. But their love is apparent in every way, shape, and form. In the year that he was sick, they traveled, 8, 9, 10 countries. He took her all over, sick and all, pancreatic cancer. Who cares? Went Vegas, Utah. He visited his brother like a dozen times. San Antonio, visit his sister. Where else he go? Italy, New York, Europe. Iceland, everywhere. No pain. Never fucking had pain. Ever, ever, ever. No pain. Dads swear all the time. They're used to do it. I'm probably talking for. He's probably talking in me. I usually do not swear like this. But that was the kind of man my dad was. And later on, we're gonna hear stories from some of his people he loved a lot. And I thought I would have a hard time finding people. But the minute I asked him, I was like, of course, of course. So thank you all for coming. It's Resurrection Sunday, and my cousin, Ashley, who grew up with us like a sister, is gonna read Matthew 28, the reason why we're here today. And if I had another cousin to choose to come up here with us, it would be Jacob Elizondo, who's flying with the angels with my dad at 34 years old. So we might be a little up here today. Sorry, we miss him so much. But we're gonna get through it today with all of you guys, so thank you.
This is a reading from Matthew chapter 28, verses 1 through 7. After the Sabbath, as the first day of the week was dawning, Mary Magdalene came with the other Mary to inspect the tomb. Suddenly there was a mighty earthquake as the angel of the Lord descended from heaven. He came to the stone, rolled it back, and sat on it. In appearance he resembled a flash of lightning, while his garments were as dazzling as snow. The guards grew paralyzed with fear of him and fell down like dead men. Then the angel spoke, addressing the women. Do not be frightened. I know you are looking for Jesus, the crucified, but he is not here. He has been raised exactly as he promised. Come and see the place where he was laid. Then go quickly and tell the disciples, he has been raised from the dead, and now goes ahead of you to Galilee, where you will see him. That is the message I have for you.
We're gonna pray, and I'm gonna ask Dad's eldest brother, Uncle Richard, please. If you're close to somebody, you can just hold their hand.
Alright, first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming